Good morning. Alstom have invited me to Litchurch Lane. Yes, I'm in Derby. I was here, last year for the greatest gathering, and now we're back to have a look round, specifically because they're building 10 new trains, class 3, 4, 5s for TfL for the Elizabeth line, so we're here to see that and get an understanding of how that works. Then one's going to go on the test track, and then basically they said to me, when it is on the test track, would you like to drive one of the class 3, 4, 5 Elizabeth line trains? And I said yes. So let's do that.
So it's been 4 years since 2022, when in the last week of May, the Elizabeth line opened. And ever since then, it's been crossing London west to east and east to west, with over 850 million passenger journeys made. It has become the UK's single busiest railway service. Now, there's currently 70 units in the purple train fleet, but now 10 new ones are being delivered to meet growing demand, and they'll also be essential in the future when the new HS2 station opens as well at Old Oak Common. And we're heading for the sheds here at Litchurch to see the 10 new units being constructed.
So Blue Hivers is on, Bump Cap is on, walking around Litchurch Lane. I can never walk around Litchurch Lane now without being reminded of the greatest, it was the greatest railway event I've ever been to, the greatest gathering at the end of July last year. So it's always good to be here. And we get to see some purple trains, yay.
And we're taken around and shown around by the head of production, Matt, who explains to us in great detail how the trains are being assembled.
So it's a CKD manufacturer, so effectively we manufacture sub-assemblies that are pre-fitted, ready for a main fitting stage, which is erection. So the last stage we do here is our body sides. So you can see the team here now, they're actually fitting again, thermal and acoustic insulation on the body side panels. And then we'll fit all the windows and the apertures, as well as some of the interior cladding and some of the interior cabling in some of the body sides. All of these components are, aside from the body sides, are all welded in-house next door and then painted at our paint annex, which is at the rear of the facility. So they're all painted by ourselves on site.
I also got a chance to chat to the head of the Elizabeth line fleet to find out why they're being built and which depot they'll be in.
We're building 10 more trains to add to my existing fleet of 70 because all our growth forecasts and what we've seen suggests we need them. The opportunity arose to get this order placed, and it was generous funding from the government, of course, to pay for them, and that's what we're doing, and we see the first one today.
Have you got enough depot space for the 10 new trains?
Yep, we have.
Where is that?
Old Oak Common Depot. It was built to be able to service a fleet of over 80, so we've got more than enough capacity there. We don't obviously stable all 80 trains at Old Oak Common. They are dotted around the network overnight at different stabling locations, but over half the fleet counts Old Oak Common Depot as its home, and of course they all rotate through there for their scheduled maintenance and cleaning.
So the underframe that you've just seen manufactured gets loaded into this jig. The roof gets loaded into the jig, and what you can see that they've started doing there is the body sides that you see there get mounted on the side, and then they're huck bolted together. On that end there, you can see the extension of the roof and basically a large portal that's missing on the end of the body side. That's where one of the cabs will mount. So we've got one of the completed cab assemblies on the left-hand side. They effectively get mounted on the end and bolted on.
But how will these 10 new trains fit in to the existing service pattern?
That's what we're discussing with our industry partners, so Network Rail, Office of Road and Rail and DFT, about developing a new timetable that enables us to do the service uplift and use these additional trains to their full ability. In the meantime, as soon as a train is delivered from here in Derby into my fleet, I'll mix it in with the existing trains, so we will be seeing these new trains out in service as soon as possible.
Just found some steps. I'm going to go for a wander up. And we can go for a little wander inside. We're coming inside. Nathan's here. Hello. Hello. Oh, there's no seats. I was hoping there might be seats. I was hoping there might be some, have you seen any purple maquette yet? I really wanted to find where they added the purple maquette, but we're wandering down. Okay, yeah, this one is much more fitted out than the other one. I've met Catherine, who is off camera, who doesn't want to be on camera, which is hilarious, because Catherine was on camera in my greatest gathering video. So let me see if I got this right. So we've progressed our way down, yep. And then you've pointed out these two D-mags, yep. These huge cranes.
They loop underneath the north end,
they loop underneath the over, end, and then lift, carry, lower, down,
and connect to the bogies.
And then lowered onto the bogies, yeah. And that's how the bogies get put on. And at what point did the purple maquette seats get put in? At this point here,
bogies, and it's settled on its bogies.
Then
the doors are opened and the team go in.
And the team go in.
The brackets circuitry and the seating.
So the seating is the last bit, basically,
Yes.
obviously,
Yeah.
as you would expect.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
box.
And so to the test track to drive a train. The track, by the way, is 1.4 kilometres long. That's fairly short, but it's straight with overhead line equipment and third rail power too. Trains on test would normally run up to 40 miles an hour, but today, and they're letting a couple of us drive the train, we'll be going at a top speed of just 20 miles an hour.
We're on the test train. I may be the first person ever to sit on this purple maquette. And we're going for a ride. The test train is running down the track. I've been making this big fuss about, maquette, just because I'm a fan of maquette and purple train and stuff. And I just had my mind blown a little bit because I think it was last week the Liz line has been opened on the 24th of May 2022, so it's been 4 years. And in all that time I've never really thought about or wondered why the maquette is the way it is. But I've been chatting to a really nice man called Mark who says that it's not just random. There's a reason why.
So there's a science behind the maquette, and the science is put together based on current tube stocks running on the underground network.
Yes, according to the designers, Wallace and Saul, the maquette is predominantly purple, but also shows small bands of colours for other lines. Look closely and you can see the colours for the Central, Piccadilly, Bakerloo, Jubilee and the DLR lines.
It's the colours of other tube lines in the Elizabeth line maquette. I had never realised this before. What on earth? What have I been doing for 4 years? Just not paying attention.
Okay then, enough maquette chat, it's time to go and drive a train.
I've got Joe with me. You're going to talk me through the DSD plate, the AWS and the control handle. What's it called?
TBC.
TBC.
Yeah.
Joe talks me through all the buttons and controls. There's the AWS, the automatic warning system. There's a plate down on the floor, which you have to keep my feet on. There's the MCS, that's a master control switch. And then the main handle is the TBC, the traction brake controller. We log into the train, give it a train number, do a couple of other things, and then we're good to go. And I'm driving down the test track.
The trouble is, your old habits die hard. This is your 1259 Crossrail. Sorry, I mean purple train service along the test track. It'll take about 90 seconds. Any good?
Ready? Ready, right. So then, slowly bring it towards
Into C.
and into traction. Bring it. There we go.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay, push it forward. That's fine.
I-
Fine.
did I-
That's your speed. That's your speed. So
And
we're going to
what-
maintain 20.
We're getting up to 20 mile an hour. Okay.
So if you bring it towards yourself a bit more.
Towards?
Yeah. So you can see your graphical display here. Keep bringing it.
Am I looking at this or am I looking at this?
So you look at that for your speed, and
Yeah.
that also shows you what you're doing. But you've got a feel there. So
Now you're going to tell me when to brake, aren't you?
Yes.
Obviously. Okay. 16. 17. Go through the shed at this point. 18. And what happens when I get to 20?
so push it forward into coast, and there you go.
So
feel the click, and that's.
I did feel the click. So we're just coasting at 20.
Yes.
The whole.
We'll maintain the speed until we get to the bottom of the track.
And okay.
Last steady 20.
So steady 20 all the way.
So when we get to the bottom of the track, you will hear this AWS go on.
Oh, we've dropped to 19. Hang on. Is that fine? We just leave it at 19.
That's fine. Yeah, you can
Give it a little bit of juice.
bit of juice, bring it to 20.
A little bit of juice. It's a shame you don't have a loop. You could just loop.
Great, won't it? Yeah.
Would you like a loop?
That'd be nice, yeah.
Okay, all right.
You're gonna get a loop.
The petition starts here to get Litchurch Lane a loop. Okay. And I'm going to brake at some point.
So you'll see in a minute on the right hand side there'll be a red circle.
A red.
One sign which will be 20 mile an hour indicator on the right hand side.
Oh, I can see it coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So after 20 is when you want to think about slowing it down, because the next one on the left is 10, but also you'll hear your AWS alarm go off.
So
you need to-
any second now, that's going to.
Yeah, the next couple hundred metres you'll hear it.
You can see it coming up.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it?
One of these.
So that'll beep.
So
What do I do first?
slowly forward into braking. There we go. Press lovely stuff.
So I've added a little bit of brake.
This is 10, so we're bringing it down now. So
I've hit the AWS. And am I stopping by the stop
Yeah,
board?
before the stop sign. And back into coast.
So we're coasting at
Roll now because you're below 10.
so we're coasting at 8 mile an hour.
You see your countdown markers.
So the countdown markers are
Countdown
that's
markers taken
that's
at the end
meters
of
or
the track.
feet? Sorry,
Meters.
meters. Good. All right.
but we'll be stopping at the stop
But
sign.
we're going to. The stop signs are actually at 50 metres.
Yeah.
We could go to the buffers, but we're not going to.
It's
We're
just
going to.
a track protection. So,
So,
if you've slowed into braking
A little bit more brake again. Okay, that's
going
nice.
forward a bit more. A bit more, a bit more, a bit more. All the way forward.
Any good?
Nice. Very close. Very good for the stop sign. Very
How-
nice. So, if you go forward but not into e-brake.
Just do that, but not EB.
Perfect. And then into shutdown.
This one?
Yeah.
Shut down.
And then
Off.
key off.
Joe,
And that's us done.
thank you very much.
No worries. Good job.
Expert stuff.
Amanda.
That's pretty cool. Tick, I have driven a class 345. Thanks for holding the camera. Got to drive a class 345. That's amazing. Thank you so much to Alstom for showing us around, to everybody in the video, seeing the new 10 Elizabeth Line trains being built here at Litchurch Lane, Derby, Alstom. Excellent day out. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.